Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to do something that I know has been circulating. I'm a little late to the game, that's okay, but I am going to share my top 5 eyeshadow picks for the spring. Now I know a lot of people are doing top 10, or they're just sharing however many spring favorite palettes they have, but I do have a top 5 series going on right now, so I thought it would be fun if I just pulled out 5 eyeshadow palettes that I am going to be using for myself this spring. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup, so if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K-Bella fam. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the video. Go ahead and start with the eyeshadow that's on my eyes right now. Now typically you can wear your makeup, listen, you can wear your makeup any way that you want, any season long, but when I'm thinking of spring, I think of like flowers and pastels and greens and oranges and reds and yellows, like that's what I think of. So on my eyes, I have kind of a smoky green look, but I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette. I think this one's gonna be great for spring because although you do have some deeper colors, I love the greens that you have in here. I love the rose gold tones that you have in here. You have this beautiful purple, and it just feels very like flowery to me, like a flower, you know? You got the greens, you got the orange, you got that bright pop. So I definitely want to challenge myself to reach into this more. This is a palette that I picked up, and while I do enjoy it, I don't reach for it a ton on a day-to-day basis. So I thought this spring would be the perfect time to pull this out. Another palette that I don't reach for often, but I do want to challenge myself to bring it out and use it this spring, is the ColourPop Limoncello palette. You can no longer get this palette, I do believe. ColourPop, you know, they're known for like making their palettes limited edition, but this one is beautiful because you do have the bright pops. You have the mustardy orange, the yellow, this bright green over here. You do have some like orange neutral tones up at the top. I think this is a great one. This is another one, again, it makes me think of floral. I know that it's supposed to be limoncello vibes, which you can get on the Amalfi Coast, but for me, I just like the bright colors, the bright spring colors. So I haven't reached for this one in a while. I do love it. It's very nostalgic. You can see my daughter had her little fingers in here. So I want to remind myself to use it this spring because I honestly can't tell you the last time that I used it. This next palette is honestly great any time of the year, and I talk about it a lot. It's a palette that I do really love, and as much as I love it, I don't give it as much love as it deserves, and it is the Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels palette, which was in collaboration with Mel Thompson. I think this is just a great palette. It is now one that has become so iconic and loved, especially in losing Mel. We have a piece of her with us, but again, you have these bright colors, you have the greens, you have the purples, you have the gold, you do have some neutrals, you have this really fun Firebutts shade. I love it. It's very similar to the shade that I have on my eyes. It's kind of like an old gold, and while I feel like this is great for spring, it's great for summer, it's great for fall, I do want to bring it out again and use it again this spring. It's been a while since I've shown it some love, and I think it's time to bring it out again. This next palette is a palette that I use a ton. It's great for me for quick and easy looks, and it's very sparkly, and I am into the sparkle. This is the Adept Heather Austin palette. I love this palette. Although the mattes are a little bit on the deeper end, you do have this Mythology shade that you can kind of get that like mustardy yellow-green undertone. I love Atlas. It's just a great standard like neutral brown, but it's really the shimmers that win me over here because these shimmers, they really pack a punch. They're stunning, they're beautiful, they're glittery, and they really make the eyes pop. That's what stands out in this palette for me. I think Passport, Video Chat, So Excited, Austin, those are gonna be great shades to use for the springtime to really make my eyes pop. And the fifth and final palette is another palette that I haven't shown too much love to, and it deserves some more love. It is the Odin's Eye collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist, the Hella palette. I did enjoy this palette when I used it, but I used I don't know if it was a pink shade or a shade down here. It was one of the shades down here that I used that kind of gave me a little reaction on my eyes, and that has made me stay away from it, but I do want to try it out again. I tried these top 2 rows, had no issues. I want to say it was maybe a pink, but again, when I'm thinking of spring, the greens, the pinks, they're floral. This shade is really fun right here, double-sided. It's a beautiful, like, multi-chrome shade, holographic. I want to pull this out again. I want to give it a try. If you are a neutral lover and you're kind of scared of color, this is a great way to incorporate color in your looks, and I just think it'll be fun for spring. So I want to give this one some more love as well. But that's going to do it for this video. Those are the 5 eyeshadow palettes that I want to show some more love to in the springtime. I would love to know down below, do you rotate your eyeshadow palettes? Do you just use the same ones over and over again? What do you want to use on your eyes this spring? I would love to know. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Bye.